and welcome to today's episode of Let's Talk Stocks. I'm Giselle Mills, and here is a look at what is coming up in our show today. We will take a look at the market before the opening bell. A cosmetic incubator is being developed by the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, JBDC, to assist entrepreneurs in the cosmetic industry to venture into viable businesses. Joining us from the JBDC to give us an insight on this exciting new project is Technical Services Manager Colin Porter. When we then take a look at how Crop Over serves as a powerful economic engine in Barbados, the stock market is not just about numbers on a screen. It is about companies growing, investors learning, businesses raising capital, and people understanding how money moves in the real world. So, whether you are already investing, thinking about getting started, building a business, studying finance, or just curious about what all the market headlines really mean, this program is for you. The trading day is about to start, the conversations are timely, and the opportunities are worth understanding. I'm Giselle Mills. This is Let's Talk Stocks. The opening market view is after the break.
We get the big contract, 50,000 units a month for 3 years. Great, we need help.
If you are a business owner that requires capital for the expansion of your business, talk to a registered broker today to find out more about listing your company on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, an efficient alternative to other financing options.
Thank God for the Jamaica Stock Exchange junior market.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market.
I started as a rebellious young man, terribly rebellious. I was a dropout of school, never went to college, and just amazing that I was able to develop in the operation and eventually lead the operation. So if there's anything that I think, in my business life that has been just a reward, is our two sons.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Stocks. I'm Giselle Mills. As the market prepares to open, we begin with your market snapshot. We are tracking the latest movements across the Jamaica Stock Exchange and key international markets, influencing sentiment, capital flows, and business confidence. Starting locally, the Jamaica Stock Exchange main market closed July in positive territory. The JSE index advanced by 20,153.47 points, or 5.70%, to close at 374,1200.30 points. The JSE All Jamaican Composite Index climbed by 26,105.47 points, or 6.22%, to close at 445,549.88 points. The JSE Combined Index advanced by 18,465.91 points, or 5.12%, to close at 378,973.79 points. The total Jamaican dollar market volume reached 675.5 million units, valued at Jamaican $4.8 billion. The junior market moved in the opposite direction. It declined by 111.94 points, or 3.62%, to close at 2,976.70 points. The divergence signals stronger confidence in larger companies than in the small and medium-sized enterprise segment. Overall, market activity resulted from trading in 132 stocks, with 52 advancing, 73 declining, and 7 trading firm. Volume leaders were led by Trans-Jamaican Highway with 130.4 million units. Wigton Energy followed with 77.1 million units, while Derrimon Trading recorded 53.1 million units. Among the large cap names, NCB Financial Group added 21.06% to close at Jamaican $74.20. That movement matters because heavyweight financial stocks can materially influence broader market confidence. The top 5 advances were Image Plus Consultants, up 60%, and Caribbean Cream, up 59.17%. MPC Caribbean Clean Energy added 52.39%. Trans-Jamaican Highway climbed 28.29%, while CAC 2000 advanced 27.01%. The 5 largest decliners were Palace Amusement, down 34.55%, and Iron Rock Insurance, down 25.93%. Lasco Financial Services declined by 22.90%. Atlantic Hardware and Plumbing shed 20.25%, while Qantas Advantage retreated by 19.85%. In the US dollar market, volume reached 16.9 million units, valued at US $1.3 million. The U.S. equities index advanced by 52.23 points, or 21.20%, to close at 298.58 points. Now turning overseas, Wall Street closed broadly higher. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 537.78 points, or 1.04%, to close at 52,485.03 points. The S&P 500 advanced by 77.74 points, or 1.05%, to close at 7,489.72 points. The Nasdaq Composite climbed by 398.03 points, or 1.59%, to close at 25,373.85 points. Europe also closed higher. The FTSE 100 added 131.85 points, or 1.23%, to close at 10,868.04 points. Germany's DAX climbed by 530.24 points, or 2.11%, to close at 25,629.24 points. France's CAC 40 advanced by 103.58 points, or 1.23%, to close at 8,509.64 points. The Stoxx Europe 600 added 4.57 points, or 0.71%, to close at 649.19 points. In Asia, the Nikkei 225 climbed by 1,997.10 points, or 3.20%, to close at 64,362.02 points. The Hang Seng added 921.20 points, or 3.69%, to close at 25,884.43 points. The Shanghai Composite moved lower. It declined by 25.98 points, or 0.67%, to close at 3,832.26 points. The mixed Asian picture points to selective risk appetite rather than uniform confidence. Brent crude surged to US $6.03, or 7.17%, to close at US $90.12 a barrel. West Texas Intermediate climbed by US $1.66, or 2.09%, to close at US $80.92 a barrel. Higher oil prices can raise Caribbean inflation, transportation costs, and foreign exchange demand. They may also weigh on business confidence across energy-importing economies. Gold advanced by US $96.60 or 2.39% to close at US $4,132.90 an ounce. That firming can signal demand for defensive assets despite gains across global equity markets. That's it for your market figures. A reminder that market movements should be assessed within your own financial goals, risk appetite, and investment horizon. Speak with a licensed financial advisor before making investment decisions. Coming up on the other side of the break is a conversation with the Jamaica Business Development Corporation Technical Services Manager, Colin Porter, where we will be getting a better insight into the development of their new cosmetic incubator. You're watching Let's Talk Stocks on CBX, connecting you to the market, the economy, and the opportunities shaping business across Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. Stay with us.
We get it! We get the big contract! 50,000 units a month for 3 years! Great! But we need help.
If you are a business owner that requires capital for the expansion of your business, talk to a registered broker today to find out more about listing your company on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, an efficient alternative to other financing options.
Thank God for the Jamaica Stock Exchange junior market.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market.
I'm trading stocks to achieve my financial goals.
I'm also trading stocks to achieve my financial goals.
Start a conversation with the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Check jamstockx.com for information and a list of registered stockbrokers. You can also call the Jamaica Stock Exchange at 876-967-3271 for information on how to begin. I am achieving my financial goals.
I'm achieving my financial goals.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Stocks. A growing number of Jamaicans are turning kitchen table ideas into skincare products, soaps, and beauty brands, but many are struggling to move beyond small-scale production. This is where the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, we know them as the JBDC, comes with a helping hand to assist small and medium-sized businesses with their new initiative, a Cosmetic Manufacturing Incubator. We have with us this morning Mr. Colin Porter, who is the Technical Services Manager at the Jamaica Business Development Corporation. His role includes providing support to clients in the areas of product development, branding, and packaging design and operations improvement. He's here to help give a better insight into this new project. Welcome to the show, Mr. Porter. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. I'm doing good. It's a pleasure being here.
We're pleased to have you. All right, so JBDC has announced plans for a cosmetic manufacturing incubator. This is very interesting.
Yes.
Tell us more of what this project is.
All right, so this project is really a continuation of what we do at our incubator and resource center. We already have 4 different incubators for different sectors that we support. These include agro-processing, essential oil extraction, fashion, and gift and craft. So entrepreneurs in these areas are able to come in and do manufacturing in our space and get product development support. Cosmetics and wellness products is we have identified as one of the fastest growing sectors right now. And so we saw fit to go out there and really pull some resources together to establish this cosmetics incubator, which we're now in the process of putting together.
Nice, because everyone is, as you said, trying to get included
That's
and
right.
involved in
That's right.
skincare products. Everyone wants nice and clear skin.
Definitely.
All right. So my other question is, what qualifies anyone to participate in this incubator? Is it geared towards just startup or existing businesses or both?
Both. Primarily though, startups. And well, really it's for those persons who are either getting involved or already involved in this particular industry, but don't have their own commercial equipment or the resources to properly develop their products for commercialization or able to satisfy orders. So the intention of the incubator is to equip it with commercial grade equipment so that persons can produce in fairly large commercial volumes to supply their markets. A lot of persons, as I said in the introduction, are doing it out of their kitchens and so on. And it's very difficult to scale when you're in your kitchen. And then again, we want to provide a space which ultimately will meet the necessary approvals by the various authorities to ensure that it meets the necessary safety and quality standards which exist in the market and which consumers will demand of their products. So the idea is to provide this professional space that really will satisfy a lot of demand. Along with it, we hope to provide also the technical expertise. So if you've been experimenting but you're not sure what you're quite doing with your products, we have our team there to guide you to ensure that the product formulation is of the required standard, that the packaging is of the standard as well that the market requires, and the business development support, the process, the various production processes, what have you. So it's pretty much a full package that we offer.
Nice. So signed, sealed, delivered, moving from kitchen into now a manufacturing
That's
space.
right.
So we covered it. We covered, stepping out of a small scale to becoming commercially viable.
Correct.
Right? So you have taken me through this incubator successfully. I passed everything. I dotted all my I's across all my T's.
Right.
What's next for me and my business?
Okay, so JBDC provides what we call 360 support in entrepreneurship for businesses. So we take you whether from startup or the pre-nursery stage or the incubation stage or the growth stage through all areas of business to help you to access market, access any kind of resource you may need. It could be funding, it could be, preparing for export, for example. We work with different partners to ensure that your business and your products meet whatever standard and whatever requirements there are, whether it be local or international.
All right. Speaking of funding, how is this, for example, for businesses now, whether small or medium sized? How is that funding process? What are they looking at to say, okay, I want to go to JBDC to get involved in this incubator? What are the prices like?
All right. Well, we haven't set the prices for this incubator yet because we're still in the setup stage. However, our model is one where we charge as small as possible. We make it very affordable for startups so that they can, really get a chance to participate in the market without being at a disadvantage. However, one of the key things that we do at JBDC, while we don't provide financing, we prepare you both from the mindset level and help you to put together, teach you about financial planning, your financial records, how to monitor your finances, how to prepare your proposals to go and seek funding elsewhere. But the idea for the incubator really is to facilitate the startups and those who are just transitioning. So the cost will not be prohibitive. It will not be anywhere near what you would need to set up your own incubator ultimately, because we want to give entrepreneurs a chance to maximize their profit so they can pump it back into their business rather than giving it all to JBDC. We're here to facilitate, so we make it affordable and accessible for our clients.
Nice, and that's why JBDC is loved. I see the comment sections.
Yes. Correct.
All right, so final question for you, Mr. Porter. When is the incubator expected to be officially launched and in full operation?
Right, so we are working with our partner. I should point out that we are being supported by JSIF through their Ready 2 program, who are the ones helping us to put the incubator together. And based on where we're at, we're looking for have all equipment to come in, because that's another aspect of it. You have to identify the appropriate equipment. They're not available locally, so we have to find ways and means to get them here. So we're looking at perhaps the third to last quarter of this financial year of 2026 to 2027. So hopefully by the end of this year, early next year, we should be up and running.
Lovely. Can't wait to see it and hope you come back and
Oh,
invite
definitely.
CVX.
Oh, yes. We'll definitely invite you
Get a walkthrough.
to get a walkthrough and see what we have once we're up and running.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Colin Porter. All right. That was Mr. Colin Porter, Technical Services Manager at Jamaica Business Development Corporation. We discussed the new cosmetic manufacturing incubators and how small and medium-sized business will benefit from this upcoming initiative. Let's Talk Stocks returns right after this break. Stay with us.
We get the big contract. 50,000 units a month for 3 years. Great. Won't need help.
If you are a business owner that requires capital for the expansion of your business, talk to a registered broker today to find out more about listing your company on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, an efficient alternative to other financing options.
Thank God for the Jamaica Stock Exchange junior market.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market.
I started as a rebellious young man, terribly rebellious. I was a dropout of school, never went to college, and just amazing that I was able to develop in the operation and eventually lead the operation. So if there's anything that I think in my business life that has been just a reward, is our two sons.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Stocks. The costumes, music, and celebration may command the spotlight, but behind the spectacle of Crop Over is a powerful economic engine. From farmers and food vendors to musicians, taxi operators, hoteliers, and costume designers, Barbados' biggest cultural festival creates opportunities across the island. In this morning's feature, we examine how Crop Over converts culture into commerce and why protecting the festival also means protecting Barbadian livelihoods. When most of us think about Crop Over, we naturally think about the music, the colorful costumes, the parties, and, of course, grand cadouement. But Crop Over is much more than a celebration. It's a period of intense economic activity that reaches tourism, transportation, agriculture, entertainment, retail, accommodation, and the wider creative economy. The festival has its roots in the celebration that traditionally marked the end of Barbados's sugarcane harvest. Its modern form was revived in 1974 and has since developed into one of the Caribbean's most recognizable cultural events. Today, Crop Over attracts Barbadians, returning nationals, and international visitors. Each costume purchased, hotel room booked, taxi hired, event tickets sold, and meals served contributes to a much larger economic chain. Tourism is one of the most visible beneficiaries. Crop Over gives travelers a compelling reason to visit Barbados during the summer, helping the country generate economic activity outside its traditional winter tourism season. Visitors require airline seats, hotels, villas, guest houses, and vacation rentals. They also spend on transportation, restaurants, groceries, entertainment, clothing, beauty services, tours, and souvenirs. Barbados official economic and social reporter identified Crop Over as one of the major cultural events that played an important role in attracting tourists in 2023. That year, the country recorded an 18% increase in tourist arrivals and a $450 million rise in tourism receipts when compared with 2022. Crop Over was not solely responsible for those gains, but the figures demonstrate the value of internationally marketable events that attract visitors and generate foreign exchange. The benefits are also experienced by small and micro businesses. Taxi operators receive more bookings. Food vendors serve larger crowds. Hairstylists, makeup artists, and nail technicians benefit as patrons prepare for events and grand condument. Retailers selling clothes, footwear, accessories, cosmetic, and hair products can also experience increased demand. The festival supports agriculture as well. Food vendors require chicken, fish, meat, eggs, vegetables, baked products, beverages, and ice. This means that money spent on a meal can support the vendor, the farmer, the distributor, and the workers who prepare and serve the food. Crop Over also creates temporary employment for security officers, bartenders, cleaners, ticket personnel, stage crews, event coordinators, photographers, and videographers. For some Barbadians, the season provides additional income. For many people in the creative industries, it represents one of the most commercially important periods of the year. And then, of course, there is the music. The calypso and soca are not simply the soundtrack to Crop Over. They are valuable cultural products. A successful song creates opportunities for writers, singers, musicians, producers, recording studios, dancers, DJs, and digital content creators. When that music travels through streaming services, regional carnivals, and international performances, its earning potential travels with it. Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Amor Motley, says protecting the music is essential to preserving festival itself.
Crop Over started basically out of the tribulations of people in the struggle. It has evolved into a summer festival. We always say it's more than a carnival. And the truth is, it is an opportunity for Bajans, locally and Bajans, and others from overseas to come together, to relax, to free up. Because in the middle of the year, you need a little pause to be able to come and go again. And this is what Crop Over offers many people. We continue to build and evolve. And as you can see, people continue to have a great time. So if you haven't come yet, blame yourself, you're missing a great thing.
The festival is happening in the backdrop of Lane, Sir Gary Torres. Just talk to us about that.
Yeah, and that's why I would have not done anything during the period of official mourning. But from yesterday, obviously, I'm trying to get into the groove of the festival, and that's why I'm here this morning. But of course, we've lost a great, humble, extraordinary genius that the world from every corner of the earth has recognized. And we will miss him, we shall love him, but such is the story of life.
Crop Over's earning power is closely connected to its cultural authenticity. Visitors are not traveling to Barbados simply to attend another party. They're coming to experience something distinctly Barbadian, created through the country's music, food, history, traditions, and people. Protecting calypso and soca is therefore not only about preserving heritage, it's also about protecting the Crop Over brand and supporting the Barbadian creatives who depend on it. The objective must now be to ensure that more of every Crop Over dollar reaches Barbadian workers and businesses. That means using more locally produced food, locally designed merchandise, and locally owned accommodation and transportation services. It also means providing entrepreneurs with access to training, financing, marketing support, and modern payment systems so that seasonal opportunities can become sustainable businesses. Crop Over is a joy, memory, and national expression, but it's also work. It is income for a vendor, a booking for a taxi driver, a contract for a musician, an opportunity for a designer, and increased business for a hotel, restaurant, or neighborhood shop. Its true economic value must be measured by how many Barbadians are able to participate, earn, and build something lasting from the season. Because when culture is properly supported, protected, and monetized, it does more than tell a nation's story. It also helps finance its future. And this brings us to the end of the show today. Join us tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. right here on CBX for more Let's Talk Stocks. We will be joined by Mrs. Shani Duncan Falconer from JMB to discuss a program they have launched specifically to support women entrepreneurs. I'm Druselle Mills. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you tomorrow.